This YouTube video is sponsored by Body by Beard.
Why doesn't he have a faded culture shirt?
Muy
He looks
guapo.
at the camera. He looks at the camera.
Muy guapo.
Otra vuelta.
Today my dad wanted a...
My dad wanted his favorite
got a dad or
son.
what?
His favorite son to give him a haircut. ¿Verdad que soy el favorito?
¿Quién es el favorito, pa?
Diga bien. What's going on, Faded Culture? Today we got a classic haircut using graduation tutorial for y'all. I do have my dad in the video, so I'm gonna show y'all step by step how to use classic graduation to do a classic men's haircut. And big shout out to Ratata30. I'm not sure if I'm saying your name right, but we did see your comment that requested this video. So for any of y'all that are interested in requesting videos, make sure that y'all leave us a comment so that we can go ahead and find a model to do a tutorial for y'all. With that being said, and if y'all are wondering why my dad's not in the chair right now, it's because I had to reshoot this intro because our original intro video got deleted on accident, but y'all get the point. With that being said, let's just get right into this tutorial. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and just saturate the hair really well. And what I'm gonna do is pull out my delta section. So in order to find that, what I like to do is lay down the comb just right on top of his head. And wherever it balances, that's the apex. That's the most top part of his head. So from there, that's the highest point. We're gonna section to the recession area right here. Boom, right there. And then the same thing on the other side. Delta meaning triangle. We're just gonna section off this top portion of the hair. That way we can control everything on the crown, on the sides, and the back. The comb like this, and you spin him fast enough, he'll propel up like a helicopter. No, just kidding.
He really will. ¿Listo, pa? No se duerma.
Chinga, pues aquí estamos echados sueños.
No empiece.
Oh, there's water all over his face. He said he already took a shower. He didn't know he was gonna have to shower again.
So that's one good key tip though. You have to saturate the hair,
Yeah.
no matter if your client drowns. So there's two things that are happening right here. When you start from that point, the apex, I'm gonna run it all the way through the recession. And then right here at the end, one finger is holding on to the top and the comb is pulling the bottom. You just separate it. Use your hand to really control the hair. And there you have it. You have sectioning clips, you have some stubborn hair, sometimes it's just go ahead and use those just to really keep the hair nice and neat and tight and out of your way. Just like so. I'm gonna just groom the hair and push the moisture down to the scalp just so that we can really get the hair down to the root, really saturated so that we can make or facilitate our sectioning that much more. I always like to angle client's head. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start from down here. This hair right here at the bottom, I'm gonna just choose my length, which is about finger length. And then I am gonna come back and maybe taper it with like a 4 or a 3, really lightly. But all I'm doing is pulling out vertical sections with my comb and just choosing my length and then cutting it. Now right here, we're not over directing any hair. We're just moving up a little bit at a time and I'm picking up the hair right from where it lays. So that's one thing that took me a while to learn, guys, and I encourage y'all to always, if y'all ain't comfortable pulling sections out from the side like that, then get yourself a mannequin, wet it, and this is all the only practice that you need to do. Is just pull your sections, get familiar with, and get comfortable pulling clean sections. And just with your comb like this, pulling it out, and then just repeat that several times until you just get comfortable and these movements just become second nature. This is not something that you're gonna get right off the rip, so it's gonna take practice. And then here, once you reach the parietal ridge, this is where we need to start angling our fingers, almost creating some sort of like a pizza effect. I'm bringing my fingers out just ever so slightly to create and leave more weight right here. Because if I bring them too vertical, then we're gonna cut too much length right here in this area, which we don't want because then it's gonna be too tight in that area. And this is exactly where we're gonna choose our length. This is where you gotta pick a length. My dad said he only wanted a small trim. So I'm gonna just do that. I'm gonna pull out just like so. We already have a short length right there on top. I'm gonna go ahead and just follow that length. But this is where you gotta remember how distant you came from the top. My back knuckles are almost leaning on the head, and then my pointing fingers or the tip of my fingers are angling out. So more or less you have to have an idea of how much space that is. It could be like 1 inch, 2 inch, but just get familiar with that first section so that you can match it up on the other side as well. So you pull your section, make sure you have proper tension, and then we cut. Like I said, I'm gonna just use that guide that he already had, and I'm gonna just cut under it. Just like so. Every section, this was my first section. Now the next section, I'm gonna basically groom to this one to cut. Then the third section, I'm gonna groom to number 2 and then cut. Fourth section, I'm gonna groom to number 3 and then cut. And then it's gradually, what we're doing is increasing length as we get towards the back. But at the same time, we're following the shape of the head, stepping all around him. So again, we did our first section there. Second one, I do my second section like that. I grab, come over the top. And we just look for our section in the previous. And then just cut. Just like that. Grab another section, about another finger in width. So right here, basically from the front to the back of the ear is 3 sections. Find our previous section, and then cut. Now this fourth one is gonna transition all the way to the bottom. So again, just make sure you have the hair really groomed so that we can control that. Just like that. Come over the top, grab that section from the top. Make sure you're grabbing a little bit of that previous section. And then we cut. And just follow that all the way down. See our section, just keep moving using your fingers, and then we're going all the way down to the bottom. If you got a resection in that area, go ahead and do so, just so that we don't get lost. So I'll grab a little bit of the before section and then come over the top to over direct. Find our guide in the back that we're gonna match to. And we just match to it. That. Angle your client's head, pulling our next section. Make sure you angle it. And right here, comb your guide down. Again, we're coming over the top. You gotta be mindful of where the head is rounding. Still getting that guide from the top. As y'all can see, you can start seeing this. We're just continuing the process till we get to that. The middle of the back of the delta section. That way we can cross and start from the other side. Now we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Now to cut the rest of this top hair, what I'm gonna do, because I noticed my dad, he has a natural part that he likes to abide by. It's over here. So that's one thing you always wanna consider, his natural part. You can see where his hair wants to break right here. So this hair, I'm gonna go ahead and part from that direction. This hair, I'm gonna comb it this way. All right, so now I'm gonna find his natural part right here on the top, as you can see right there. And this side, what I'm gonna do now for the top is just kind of ensure that nothing is overhanging. So what I'm gonna do is comb off to the sides, pick up the hair, find the guide from the bottom, and then just cut that. Like that. Same thing with this side. And then I'm gonna just come down and cut down the middle by just pulling a section. Finding both short ends from the sides and then just cutting that. What I'm gonna do is apply a little bit of clay, just about a dime size, just to work it through his hair. So I can just blow dry it. Now what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and throw on the number 3 guard, lever fully open, so that I can just taper out a little bit of this hair right here. La cabeza para abajo, no mucho.
Antes de que se lo cortaba mi mamá, ¿quién se lo cortaba?
O una que se llama Teresa.
Teresa. ¿Y qué le preguntaba cuando se sentaba en la silla?
No, ya sabía.
Ah, claro.
Ya sabía cómo. Sí, la primera vez que como lo quería, ya después llegaba y me sentaba.
¿Qué le dijo la primera vez?
¿Cómo? Así que cómo lo quería. Allí en Ríos.
¿Usted antes iba a Ríos? My dad used to go to Rios for haircuts. Yeah, we all have. Shout out to Rios.
Pues eran las únicas peluqueras que había.
Now she does, but I was asking them who used to cut his hair before my mom started.
So you see guys, I just tapered it in with the 3 lever open. And then I came back in with my thinning shears just to soften up the transition from that 3 lever open to the shear work. ¿Usted le gusta redondo atrás, pa?
Sí.
My dad likes it rounded in the back.
So I'm gonna go ahead and round it.
He's just not a square ass dude.
Thank you, Danny.
What about me?
Oh, you're doing a great job too.
All right, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and use some of our fadedculture shaving gel that y'all can get at fadedculture.com. Again, guys, everything that y'all purchase from fadedculture.com helps support our channel. It encourages us to keep making these tutorials for y'all, so we greatly appreciate when y'all purchase from our website. If y'all want more guidance on any of y'all's haircuts, go ahead and join our online mentorship. It's on the School platform, SKOOL, and there we're able to help you a lot more. It's an online mentorship, an online community where you can engage with the like-minded people like you so that we can all help each other grow. But next, here what I'm gonna do is just basically go ahead and shave the areas that I used my trimmer with. So I'm gonna apply some of that shave gel on my pops. And I'm gonna use my slide razor right here. All you do is slide the cartridge out, insert one of these double-edged razors, slide it in, and you're ready to rock.
Ready to rock over
Now
here.
just make sure that you tug on the skin before you shave. Just like that.
Just tug on it and rock on it. You'll be alright.
That's not what I meant.
Dude, this is our dad you're speaking of. Peppa?
Ahora sí ya está listo. Mire, ya está
¿De
listo
dónde?
para las calles.
De Jauría.
¿Qué es eso?
¿Qué es eso?
Pues ir a la conquista.
He's
Cabrón.
gonna go.
Adrián quiere un otro hermanito, para que él le siga.
He said right now he's just gonna go run a bunch of unnecessary errands.
Alright guys, but that's pretty much it for this haircut tutorial on my dad, how I did cross graduation. Future reference, if y'all are practicing cross graduation, I do recommend that y'all start with straight hair. My dad has really wavy hair, so it's a little hard sometimes to section out wavy hair, but it's still the same process in the end. If you have a mannequin with straight hair, go ahead and practice that, and with time, you'll get better at it. With that being said, this is the after on a cross graduation with a little trim on the sideburns in the back. Quickly tapered it with the 3-lever open. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If y'all liked it, please let us know down in the comments what other videos y'all like to see on this channel. But with that being said, we'll catch you on the next video.
¿Sí le gusta o no?
Tani lo mira.
No, ¿verdad?
¿Cómo no? O sea, estoy viendo.
De ahí, desde allá. ¿Sí le gusta o no?
Está
Sí, la verdad.
bien, ¿no?
Más o menos.
No se lo toque.